Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting update. We start with striker Robert Lewandowski as the superstar is being wanted by several MLS clubs according to a new report. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking on this other transfer news claiming that Barca are currently this for weighing up 40 million euro summer swap for this Portuguese midfield enforcer. We are also going to discuss more on that report. So as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona superstar Robert Lewandowski has endured his worst start to a league season since the 2014-15 season with Bayern Munich. The 35-year-old hitman, who led Barca to the La Liga title last season, has made a slow start to the campaign with an injury further impeding him. In 12 matches across all competitions, the veteran striker has netted 6 goals and registered 2 assists, which, by his standards, is a tad subpar start. The veteran superstar still has almost 3 years left on his contract with Barcelona, but it appears that clubs outside Europe are already weighing up the possibility of luring him away. Indeed, as per Nico Bravo of TUDN, several MLS clubs are looking into the possibility of making a marquee signing for their designated player slots during the off-season, and the name of Robert Lewandowski seems to have come up a lot. The designated player role allows clubs in the MLS a chance to have up to 3 marquee players who are not tied down by their salary cap. The MLS is currently in the playoff phase of the season and will be ending next month, with clubs taking a break until February 2024 when the new campaign kicks off. And during this off period, several clubs will look to strengthen the squad in January or in the summer and see Lewandowski as an option. Saudi Arabia are also interested, not only from USA, but Lewa is also causing strong interest from clubs in Saudi Arabia as well. The 35-year-old was being courted by some Middle Eastern outfits last summer, but nothing really came out of it. However, the interest has not died down, and the clubs from Saudi Arabia will return for the Barca superstar again next year. It is unlikely that Barca will consider letting go of Lewandowski, though, considering how important a player he is despite his slight dip in form. Of course, despite his slight dip in form, Lewandowski remains a pivotal player for us, and of course, having him in the team is quite important. His experience, he's a leader in a team full of young players. We need somebody like Lewandowski is true that yes, he has not been bright at all this season as we expected, but that doesn't mean he is a player that should just be let go that easy because of the interest that recently he has been cutting from, like MLS, as this report says. Clubs from MLS, even though no specific club have been named in the report, have been showing strong interest in Lewandowski. Of course, Lewa has been linked, not the first time he has been linked with an exit. Last summer, we quite remember there were several Saudi Arabian clubs who came knocking at the door for Lewandowski, but the player and Barca have no intention whatsoever to depart. So let's see how it goes. But of course, it is quite highly unlikely that Lewandowski will leave Barca anytime soon. His contract ends 2025, I think, or 2026, if I'm not mistaken. And Lewandowski have said it quite a good number of times that he must try to see how he can finish that contract with Barca. Of course, is a club that Lewandowski have always dreamt of playing since he was a kid. He admitted that ever since he joined the club last year. and you won't expect him to just leave the club like that because of interest elsewhere. Of course, what they will pay him is normal, will be will be always higher than what Barca pays because we know how the financial structure now at the Catalan Giants are. But notwithstanding, Lewandowski is playing for Barca not because of the money, because had it been he was looking for money, then there was no need for him to leave Bayern because Bayern was paying him far more than what he currently receives as a Barca player. So Saudi Arabia came knocking on the door last summer, but Lewandowski rejected because we know the Saudi Arabia guys, they are so good at tempting with money. That's why you see most of those players, they left Europe going to Saudi Arabia, especially this past summer, all because of the money factor. But Lewandowski does not share the same, as he is playing for the love of Barca. He's playing to fulfill his dream, and of course, I don't think we should expect him to leave anytime soon. Then on to the next story of discussion. It is no secret by this point that Barca will enter the market for a new defensive midfielder in the summer transfer window. Even though Oriol Romeo arrived last summer, the Catalan Giants feel the need to reinforce the position further, more so considering that the veteran Spaniard's form has already dipped quite a bit. As such, the sporting staff is already looking at several options for the position, with names like Wilfred Ndidi, Gabriel Moscato, and Alto Vamarin being monitored. Now, according to Sport, Barcelona also have their sights on set on this on this SL Benfica midfield enforcer, Florentino Luis. The 24-year-old Portuguese ace is regarded very highly in his homeland and caught the eye of a number of top clubs after his impressive displays in midfield during last season's UEFA Champions League. Barca too have taken note of the defensive midfielder's qualities and are seeing him as an option for the summer of 2024. Florentino Luis did not have the best starts to the current season and was finding minutes hard to come by. But, he is starting to gain prominence at Benfica again in recent weeks, which could make a transfer complicated. The report goes on to state that Florentino Luis's contract with Benfica, which runs until the summer of 2027, comes with a massive release clause worth 120 million euros. However, Barcelona believe that they can negotiate a lower price with the Portuguese heavyweight and get the 24-year-old for a fee worth around 40 million euros. Benfica, though, have a reputation for getting big money for their assets, and given Barca's financial conditions, a move for Florentino Luis could be difficult to pull off. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.